there is a very brief portion remaining in the chapter shear force and bending moment diagram. So today we are discussing about this very small portion, that is overhanging beam. So what is the overhanging beam? We already discussed in the first class, that you can easily remember. We discussed about the definition of a overhanging beam. It is basically simply supported beam, and it is and the simply supported beam overhangs from one or both of its supports. Okay, here in the diagram we can see that AB is a overhanging beam. AB is a simply supported beam, and it is overhangs from the end B to BC. So AC becomes a overhanging beam, and BC is a basically like a cantilever beam. Though it is not cantilever, because in case of cantilever the one end remain fixed, but in case of drawing bending moment and shear force diagram, we will consider it as a combination of a simply supported beam and a cantilever beam. So now the portion of simply supported beam AB is a length of 3 meter and BC is a length of 1 meter. So the total length of this overhanging beam AC becomes 4 meter, and it carries a load, uniformly distributed load throughout its whole span, and the value of the load is 4.5 kilonewton per meter. So now we are going to draw at first the shear force diagram, then the bending moment diagram of this overhanging beam. So what we have to do at first, we should calculate the value of reaction forces at both the supports. So here we need to find out RA and RB. So you all know the procedure to find out the reaction forces. We have to take all the moments about any of the points. Here we are considering point B. Okay, so if we consider point B and we are taking all the moments of the forces about point B, then what will happen? Here RB is going through the point B, so the distance of RB from B is 0, so there will be no moment due to RB, but there will be moment due to RA, and it will be clockwise, and the distance between A and B is 3 meter, so the moment will be RA into 3 meter, that is RA into 3 meter equals to the moment due to this uniformly distributed load. Here we have considered the UDL of 4 meter, okay, and it will act anywhere between A and B, so it will act in anti-clockwise direction with respect to B, okay, so they will be equal, because clockwise moment will be equals to anti-clockwise moment. So this total anti-clockwise moment will be this force 4.5 kilonewton into the length of the force, that becomes the total force, and the distance, perpendicular distance between point B and the point of action of the force. So the point of action of the force will be at the midpoint of AC, because we have considered the whole forces from A to C, that is 4 meter. So the entire force will act through the midpoint, that is it will be at 2 meter from point A and 1 meter from point B. So the perpendicular distance of this force from B will be 1 meter. So the moment will be 4.5 into total length, that is 4 meter, into the perpendicular distance, that is 1 meter, that is written here. So from there we can get the value of RA is 6 Newton and RB is total load minus RA, that is 12 Newton. So now what will be the shear force diagram? So we already discussed in the previous classes the shear force diagram for cantilever beam and simply supported beam. Now we are starting from the point C. So BC is a cantilever portion. So for it, for a cantilever beam and uniformly distributed load, we know the shear force diagram that you can revise it from the previous classes. So now again, if we consider a point x at a distance small x point from point C, then if the point x moves towards point B and reaches at point B, then the total shear force in the right hand side of point B will be this UDL into total length, that is for 4.5 into the length BC is 1, so 4.5 kilonewton. That will be the shear force at point B, and this is the right hand side of point B, so it will follow the opposite to the y axis. So as the force is in downwards, so it will be plus. So this portion of the force is denoted by plus. Then the RB is acting here upward, in upward direction. So as the point X crosses this point B and the point X lies in between A and B, then in the right hand side of the B there becomes the UTL and this upward RB. Okay, so now as the RB is upward in the right hand side of point X, so we all know that in the upward force in right hand side becomes negative as it is opposite to the y axis. So now we have to subtract RB from this 4.5. RB is 12 kilonewton. So 4.5 minus 12 is minus 7.5. So it will be 7.5 and thus sign will be minus. And again, we all know that RA, the value of RA is 6 kilonewton. So here it is 6 kilonewton, and in between it is a UDL in a simply supported beam. And we all know that a UDL in simply supported beam, we already know that the shear force diagram is linear. So we have to connect this point between 6 kilonewton and 7.5 kilonewton. So it will be the shear force diagram. Here this portion becomes positive as we consider the point X from point A and lies between A and B. Then at the left hand side there will be RA. Okay, so as the upward force in the left hand side becomes positive, so this 6 kilonewton will be positive. Now the shear force diagram intersects the AB axis at point M. So at M the shear force becomes 0. Okay, so how to calculate this distance x, that M from A, that is in the last class we did it, that by taking as that these two triangles are identical triangles, so by taking the ratio of the sides and equating to the other, then we will get the value of x, and here it comes at 1.33 meters. So AM is 1.33 meter, and we know that at the point where the shear force diagram changes its sign, there we can get the maximum value of bending moment. So here the maximum value of bending moment will be at point M. Okay, so now by following the same procedure for the portion BC, as it is a cantilever and it is a uniformly distributed load, so here it will be the bending moment diagram. So it will be parabolic and negative as the force is in downwards, so it will follow y axis. As we know that for bending moment diagram, all the forces in any of the sides, either right hand side or left hand side, all the forces follow y axis for sign convention. So here then downward force will follow negative bending moment. So this is negative and parabolic. So now what will happen? This portion is a simply supported beam and also UDL, so it will also be a parabolic curve, and the parabola meets at this point. Okay, so now as this portion due to cantilever, we all know that bending moment due to cantilever is positive, and bending moment due to simply supported beam is positive. Bending moment due to cantilever is negative, and bending moment due to simply supported beam is positive. We all know that. So there will be a point where it changes its sign. It goes from negative to positive or positive to negative. This point where it changes its sign, there the bending moment becomes 0, and this point is called point of contraflexure, that is P. Here the point P it is denoted, and it is called point of contraflexure. Now we are interested to determine the value of bending moment at the different points. So at point C and A, the M is 0, and at B it will be how much? It is calculated, that is the shear force into the perpendicular distance, that it is 1 meter, so the distance is half and it is negative, so it is written and calculated here. And next, the bending moment at M, that is maximum bending moment, where the shear force changes its sign, that will be from taking from left hand side here, the RA into this perpendicular distance, that is 1.33 meter, we all know that. So 6 into 1.33 minus this portion of UDL, that is 4.5 into this distance x, that is 1.33 into the perpendicular distance, that is the distance from midpoint, that is 1.33 by 2. Okay, so this length, that is this, so it is 4 kilonewton. And what will be the distance of point of contraflexure from A? So we have taken this as y, and we need to calculate the bending moment at point P, and then if we calculate this expression to 0, then we can get the value of y. So here this is the equation, that is, if this is y, so the moment bending moment at P will be RA into y minus UDL of this portion, that is UDL through y, that is 4.5 into y into y by 2, that is perpendicular distance from point of action. So that is written here equals to 0. So from here, it's a second order equation. So from here we can get the two values of y. One is y equals to 2.67 and the other is y equals to 0. So y equals to 0 means here, so here also the value of bending moment is 0 and y equals to 2.67 meter. So it is the distance of point of contraflexure from A. Okay. So now we are going to the second problem, that is, here it is also a overhanging beam which overhangs from the right hand side, that is from B to E. Okay, it overhangs in only one side, not in the both sides. It overhangs in the right side, that is BE, and there are different loads that have denoted here. There are two UDL, one is from B to E at the cantilever portion and the other is from A to C, and there are 2 point loads, one is acting at C and the other is acting at D. So there are total 4 forces. Okay, so now following the same procedure, we need to calculate the reaction forces at the two supports. At first we are taking now the moments about point A. Okay, so all the forces except RA. So what will be the RB? Here only RB is upwards, so it will create anti-clockwise moment, and all the other forces are acting downwards, so they will create clockwise moment. So the moment due to RB will be equals to the summation of moments of all the forces. So RB into the distance is 12.5 meter equals to this 100 into 5, that is total, into 2.5, that is 1000, that is 1000 into 12.5 plus moment due to this 800, that is 800 into 5 plus moment due to 400, that is 400 into 7.5 plus moment due to this 1600, that is 1600 into 2.5, that is total, into the perpendicular distances 12.5 plus 0.25, that is 13.75. So from this equation we will get the value of RB, and that is 11,000, so 11 kilonewton, and the value of RA is the total force minus RB, or also we can take the moments about RB, then we can get the value of RA, and it is 10 kilonewton. Okay. So now what will be the shear force? By following the same procedure, that is from taking a point X and it is moving from E to B, then at B the shear force will be like UDL in cantilever, and it will be a triangle and it is positive. Then the value of RB is 11,000, that is here it is 1600 into 2.5, so 4000. So now RB is upward, so it will be 4000 minus RB, so 4000 minus 11,000, that is 7,000. Okay, and it changes its sign, it becomes negative. So now from B to D there is no force. Okay, so it will be constant, and at point D there is 4000 downward. Okay, so here due to upward RB it becomes negative, so due to the downward 4000 it will become plus 4000, so 3000, and up to this point C it becomes constant. Then again there is a point load 8000, so it becomes minus 3000 plus 8000, that is plus 5000. And now here at RA that we all know that it is 10,000, so it is 10,000 means 10 kilonewton. So from this point A to C it is UDL, so again it will be a inclined straight line, so from 10 kilonewton to 5 kilonewton it is a straight line. So that is a shear force diagram. And what will be the bending moment diagram? The same procedure, that from point E to B it will be a negative parabola, so it is negative, and from here the UDL is from A to C, so there will be a parabola curve from just A to C, but after C there is no UDL, so there will be straight lines, only straight line. So from this freehand diagram you can see that from A to C it is parabola, then C to D it is straight line, and D to D again it is straight line. And here also as the bending moment due to cantilever is negative and bending moment due to simply supported is positive, so at a point it changes its signs, and this point is P, it is point of contraflexion. So now if we calculate all the moments in different points, so at E it is 0 and at A it is 0. So what will be moment at C? Moment at C will be this shear force into this distance, so 10,000 into 5 minus moment due to this UDL, so that is 1000 into 5 means 5000 into perpendicular distance is 2.5. Okay, so it will be the moment at C. And what will be moment at D? The same thing, just the distance changes. RA into 7.5 minus this UDL that we have calculated for moment at C, that, and minus 800 into 2.5. Okay, so this is the expression. From this expression you can calculate moment at B. And what is moment at B? That is at B it is, due to this cantilever, this is the UDL, 1600 into 2.5, that is total load, into 2.5 by 2, that is distance. Okay, so this is the expression. And what will be moment at P? That it is, if we take from this side, that is 10,000 into Y minus this 1000 into 5, that is total, into distance is Y minus 2.5, as there is 2.5, then minus 800 into distance is Y minus 5, then minus 4000 into distance is Y minus 7.5. So that is the expression, and it becomes 0. So from this equation we can get the value of Y. So at first take 10 to the power 3 and it will be cancelled, then you can easily solve this equation to get the value of Y. So here we are just ending this chapter, and I am giving a simple problem from overhanging B. Just try to solve it and try to practice and solve all the problems which I have discussed in the video, and or I have given as a problems. I think from these few problems you can develop your skills and have a clear-cut idea to solve the typical various problems which generally comes in the semester exam.